Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? So today is Sunday, and I just want to reach out to you to remind you that your assignment is due on Tuesday at 2, and I'm hoping that you're going to take my advice and submit them a couple days early so that you're well ahead of the game, which means I'm hoping to see some submitted today. I'm excited. I do love this time of the year, seeing how you've brought everything together. So your assignment, you could look at the Rubik's Cube again. We went through this 2 weeks ago when I sent out the video, and at the beginning of the class, in the middle of the class, what you require, what the requirements are. But remember, we've been getting a lot of questions, which has been great. Thank you for all your questions about the assignment. And some of the questions are, okay, we're going to do, we're going to say that they need to do blank, whatever their repeatable digital solution is, right? So maybe it's a contest. Well, that's not enough. If you just tell a business owner you should do contests, that tells them nothing, zero. Or video series, that tells them nothing, zero. You need to show them what to put into the video series, for example, and give them step-by-step instructions, almost a template of what they can repeat on an ongoing basis. So that's the key to implementation, is showing them how to repeat what it is that you've said. In assignment 2, you said a title that, maybe it's going to be a video series. Maybe it's going to be, some sort of contest ongoing. So that's great. Now you've got to talk to them about, okay, and this is how you do it. This is filling in the blanks for them because they don't know how to do this. Okay, so just don't, if you're going to end up saying for your digital solution that we're, putting in, a digital contest, great. Then when I look at implementation, there's nothing there. That's where you won't get your marks. So this is how it's different. A lot of people are saying, how is it different? Assignment 2 and assignment 3. So the implementation is huge because you want to talk about how they're going to implement it. Remember, these people don't know how. And you want to talk about the costs. So a lot of people are asking, should it be 15 pages total, 15 pages including the table of contents and the appendices? I apologize. Last year, Tom and I said 15 pages total, but when you're actually working in this profession and you're submitting proposals, how it actually works is your 15 pages would be the actual content of the material. So I've just submitted for a bunch of different proposals across Ontario, and they were, say, 5 pages long in many cases, or in some cases 25 pages long. That was the crux of it. The title page and the table of contents was first, then came the content of the 15 pages or whatever it is, in your case 15. Then after it came the appendices or the references or whatever it is that they thought were parts that wouldn't be part of the actual content. So that's how I'm treating this as well. That's actually how I'm treating all of this course. It's like you are submitting a proposal. If you're submitting a proposal for anything, if it's a grant, if it's funding, if it's an RFP for a client, request for proposal for a client, for a business, they want to see they want it in bullet form. They want to be able to read it easily. They want it with charts. They want your references and whatnot at the back, and all of your citations at the back, which is your appendices. And it can't be late, obviously. And if you're working in a team and one of your team members, unfortunately, is ill, they still need that submission. So that's why it's also in a team. You guys get to help each other, balance each other out. So, so we really treat this as though you are submitting it to a business. And your language is going to be as though it's going to a business, not to another student who understands what was taken in this course. It's going to a business owner who runs their business, and they run their business store, and you're giving them a high level. So here's just a real quick example of a couple that, I'll just show you. From last year, you had your title page, and again, last year we said 15 in total, but this year I'm letting you have the cover and the table of contents and the appendices extra. There are some that got 100% that only handed in 7 pages, because they were that tight with what they did. So you're going to have the title of what you're talking about. You're going to have the video link on the cover, and you're going to have your table of contents. which ends up indicating what it is that each of your solutions are. And in that, you're going to indicate your intro and your benefits, your implementation, your budget, your timeline if you like, measuring of success. So all those elements we talked about. So that this one was well done. They did well in their 2 solutions here, and maybe not so much in the first one. So, and then they've got at the very end, they've got their they got all sorts of charts and things throughout, because we like charts when it comes to pricing and implementation. So they have all sorts of charts in here. They could have had more visuals on what the solution looks like, and they had all of their appendices and their citing at the back. Okay, now if I go and look at their video, this is their video that went with that same assignment. They had all sorts of examples they had all sorts of examples throughout as to what they meant and how to what the actual contest or the video solutions were going to look like, how they set them up. They could have used those same images in the actual proposal. So your proposal, your business proposal, the written one should be able to stand alone. So you should try and embed these photos that you're using in your video also through the proposal, so that it makes sense to them when you're saying, you need to do this and this for your implementation of your video blogs, and this is what you should be saying in them, kind of thing. And you do a series of them, whatever you're going to be talking about, you need to you're going to explain it in detail in the actual proposal. It's very high level in the 5-minute video. Okay, so I hope that helps. Anyways, I look forward to them coming in. Again, make sure you've got 3 good digital solutions. Check, check, check. If someone just emailed yesterday saying that the digital solution they had in assignment 2, one of them wasn't very good. Could they change it? Yes, that's what the intent was. That if we gave you feedback saying, how to improve your digital solution. So if one of your digital solutions received a poor grade in assignment 2, the whole intent was to give you the opportunity to improve that. But I know a lot of you did understood that, because we're getting a lot of questions as to, well, is this a digital solution? Is that a digital solution? So that's cool. So you're all set. Hopefully we'll get you handing them in today. So we have, we've got, make sure your written is professional. No more, the core of it, no more than 15 pages. Double space is better than single space. We have, because it's more readable. I like bullets. It's more readable. That way I can tell if you can mark it quickly. This is not an essay. No business owner wants to read an essay. You don't need to tell the business owner about themselves. This is going to a business that already knows who they are. However, you can make certain assumptions. You can say, okay, we know that you already have your Facebook page created, but all we're going to be telling you about here is how to implement our digital solution through your Facebook page, right? So, as you know, a Facebook page is not a digital solution. It'll just be one of your implementation vehicles if their target audience happens to be over 45. So it all comes together here. After this, we basically just get ready for the final exam by reviewing certain elements, and the participation is been going fairly slowly, I think, on Instagram. If I go to Instagram and I go to so this is my Instagram channel, and I go to my IGTV, right? I have, like I said, there's 2 that are up there right now on IGTV, and the first one was up on my just on my actual posts. So if I was to search for, I think it's Sophie Marketing Tips, isn't it? Sophie Marketing Tips. Yeah, that's it. If I search for Sophie Marketing Tips, and I search for anything that was in November, so this one was in November. When you look at these, you'll see they weren't in November. Oh, so cute. So this one is the first one we did. It was on November 4th. So that week, anyone who actually participated, awesome. That take it 7 days out. So what I've done here, just to look at everyone that's participated, so I can see everybody's comments right here. So I could load more comments. Sorry, I missed that load more comments there. So I can see everybody that's commented. And so that was the first one we put out on the actual 4th of November for Instagram. And then if I go and I look back to so that was on my posts. So now if I go and look at my Instagram account, as I said, most of the class participation for this Instagram month will happen on my Instagram TV. So these are my Instagram posts. Most of them have nothing to do with the class except that one, which was right here. This is, I don't know if any of you were there, but it was a good panel. Anyways, and so now if I go to Instagram TV, this is where you'll find I have a couple of questions. So here's one that was out. It'll tell us the date, November 16th. So I had there's 45 people who've already submitted comments from the class on that one. And so how do you fill seats? So I have a question for you on that one on Instagram, and there. So that one was the 16th, and then this one as well that I just put out, I think, a couple days ago, 2 days ago, yeah. And so that question here is tagging is critical to growth, and a lot of people have been answering those there, as you can see. So thank you for everyone who's been participating in Instagram. This will end at the end of this month, and then we'll the exam, I think you all know when that is, and I look forward to those of you that are writing the exam in Peterborough. Look forward to finally meeting you, and that's it for now. Okay, so really today was just about get your assignments in. No late assignments are due, of course. We look forward to starting to mark them, and thank you for being creative and giving us 3 amazing digital solutions and examples of how to implement them. Bye.